I just registered for the Ironman. I'm going to be running it in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So that's going to be such an exciting adventure. I'll tell you, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't know, not the race, but I don't know how I'm going to get there and cross that finish line. But I know, and I've visualized and I've seen me crossing that finish line in 11 hours, 47 minutes, 56 seconds. And that's what I see in my mind every day. And there's no question that I'm not crossing that finish line in that time or faster. And I don't know how I'm going to do it, but all of the resources, that's the best thing. That's the best things in my life before I even learned about what I'm learning now came to me. Like I said previously, my car and my girlfriend. And I didn't quite understand or even have the awareness to see what even happened, but I knew what I wanted and I expected it. And I expected it in the way that I was not accepting anything else in my life. That was the only option that I was going to have in my life. And I gave up on it. I didn't give up on wanting it, but I gave up on trying to find it. And I knew that that's the only thing that I expected. And when you let go, and when you know what you expect, and you're not trying to figure out the how, because there's so many millions of ways that it can happen, billions of ways, and the universe is working out how to figure that out for you. It happened because letting go allows the universe to send that to you. You're in a calm vibration. You're in a high vibration of sending that out to the universe. Everyone, when you're coming up to somebody and they're happy and they're expressing that, they're in a high vibration. You make you feel good. And what the vibration essentially is feeling, is what you feel. When you feel good, that's what you're attracting. And when you're impressing those things on your subconscious mind, and you're constantly impressing and suppressing those things every single day that make you feel good, that are on that high vibration, high level of feeling, that's when you start to attract those things all the time. In these universal laws that I talked about, there's one more that I learned about. It's called the law of compensation. I just recently learned about this. Essentially what it is how will you do things, how replaceable you are, and what the demand is for your craft. You know, we aren't stuck to our body, and we aren't stuck to what we believe we're capable of. You're capable of everything and anything. And greatness is to come. I never would have expected where I am now, and I never would have expected where I'm going to be running an Ironman. And it's either now or never. There's never a time you're going to be ready. You just have to take the jump and take the leap and go for it. Because there's never a time you're going to be fully ready, or there's never a time where you're going to have every single resource. You're going to be dead by the time that happens. And that took me so long to realize. And this really is just beyond it's beyond what society tells you, what school tells you. You have to be prepared. There's no preparedness. Jump into it, and before you're prepared, you go in there and you learn, and you fail. Failing is essential. It shows you what works. And without failure, it's going to be making incremental gains. And those people that are the top earners, that are the best at what they do, they are unconscious competence. They probably couldn't even tell you what they're doing, why they're doing it so well. It's because through that in that explosive growth in their brain, where they're attracting more and more and more, and that is in their subconscious, and that programming is, that virus code is somewhere else. It doesn't get in there because they don't let that in. Not rationalizing with knowing that failing is essential to growth, that you just have to go for it. You're never going to be prepared enough. And yes, you can prepare. That is essential. That's a key thing in life, preparing and being ready for what you're going for. But there are certain things that you just have to go for and figure it out and prepare during, because you will never, ever, ever, from that fear, be ready enough. The fear will never let you be ready enough. So in those situations, that quote applies. The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek. And that's amazing, because that's where, okay, This fear is really what I want. And the cave I fear to enter, which is that thing, holds the treasure that I seek, and I know that. That resonates with me deep down. And I have to go for it.